Today, the big challenge that we all run into is volatility. In the industry right now, between the active pandemic that we're working through and just the pace of technology disruption, organizations today are feeling the sense of volatility in the market for sure.
2Lead is a remote-first company based out of Canada.
What makes a world-class Microsoft 365 intranet and digital workplace?
This is a very challenging thing to address with tools like digital workplaces. We know that digital workplaces can help us address this, but sometimes it can be difficult to understand exactly how. So today, one of the key things I want you to keep in the back of your head as we look through the demonstrations and examples that I give is that our goal here to be able to adapt to this change, to be able to deal with the kinds of challenges an accelerated remote workforce is having and other things like that that are expressly an issue right now during this pandemic, is that our organizations need to be more resilient. And resiliency comes from agility. As an organization, we need to be able to be rapidly adapting to changes in the market, to changes in how we work internally as users, and to changes as how we work as leaders, empowering the organization, whether that's technology leaders or whether that's business leaders within the organization. So that is the key concept that we're going to try and address. How do we become more resilient? How do we become more agile? And the way we're going to talk about that today is with this concept of knowledge. I'm going to really emphasize today that if we take the intranet and we go beyond it and we start to talk about organizing and optimizing knowledge with various tools like Project Cortex, Analytics and Insight, and bots and automated Q&A, you can really address this issue of agility and you can have a much, much more resilient organization. And I'll try and give you specific examples throughout it that I think are very applicable right now with what everyone is going through. If you're just joining us, this session today is going to be about optimizing organizational knowledge with Project Cortex and the Microsoft Digital Workplace. The session is going to be like drinking from a fire hose. There's going to be a lot of content, so I highly recommend reviewing the recording that'll be made after the session if you want to go back to some of the things that were discussed, or reach out to the LiveTiles team or the speaker, myself, Richard Harbridge, and we can always connect as well to do a bit of a one-on-one and a more prescriptive discussion where I can better understand your current state.